Let's just keep it.
Tommy Skeoch, Steve Stokes, and Nathan Oots.
There you go.
Stokes. Why the hell did I say Strokes? Anyway, all right.
Hey,
so
we'll go into that later.
And resist and bite. And how's it going, guys?
Great, man. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm here in Ohio from Mississippi. If you can still hear a little bit of that southern twang in there every once in a while.
Right on, man. I'm from Alabama.
Oh, hell yeah. There you go. So yeah. But been here in Cincinnati for 7 years now, and the music scene here is just phenomenal. And I don't mean by local music scene. I mean just bands, artists, shit I love and grew up with, and even newer stuff comes through town. Hell, I can go see a show almost every damn night of the week in Cincinnati.
Oh, that's great.
You guys got a pretty killer drummer there, too.
Yeah, he's in northern Kentucky, right?
That's like extended Cincinnati, according to him.
Exactly.
We talking about the big Mighty D?
Yeah, our drummer lives in Cincinnati. He hooked us up.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, very cool, man. Now, y'all have let me look here. I think y'all have 3 dates right now on the books, or at least that's what it shows on.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so far, man. Yeah, we're July 1st in Columbus, Ohio, right? Or Cincinnati.
No,
I can't remember.
Well, Franklin, Ohio.
Franklin, Ohio. Yeah, JD Legends.
JD Legends.
Yeah. And then July 2nd.
You're with the Dead Daisies in Columbus. And then where are you the 3rd?
August 6th in Nashville.
6th in Nashville. Okay.
Yeah, at the Mercy Lounge for the Rockin' Pod Expo. That's going to be pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah. That's in August, isn't it?
Yeah, and Rare Hair is going to be there too, which that's an awesome show too. It's, rock stars from every corner of the earth going to be playing. Yeah. So
I've been trying to make it to Rockin' Pod for the last 3 or 4 years, and I just can't ever make it down there, but I'm going to try to. But yeah, man, I've been doing podcasts for the past, 4 years, since 2017. So yeah. And just started doing video last year. I love video because you can see everybody's reaction when you say something. When you're on the phone audio, you don't know what you say something and you hear them and you're like, was that sarcastic or not? How do I react to that?
Right.
Yep. Well, guys,
hey, can you make me some dinner?
I better not roll my eyes then.
Oh, hell yeah. Hot dog. I've been craving some damn hot dogs.
Dude, are those Nathan's hot dogs?
They are with potato chips.
Yeah.
Hey, you need to put your potato chips under them. It makes it
Oh,
crunchy.
dude.
That's the perfect meal.
Definitely. So yeah. So you were saying, Tommy, that Steve and them might know this about 2 years. You said y'all.
I think we've been together.
Oh man.
Years. Has it been like that?
So, I think, Thanksgiving of 2018, Dave Parks came over to my house, and Tommy had mailed him a CD, right? And he's like, you got to check this out, man. So I listened to it, and, it was just like a bunch of ideas, thrown together. And then I took it and put it in Pro Tools and chopped it up. And early 2019, I added some parts to it, and Dave put some drums on it, and I mailed it back to Tommy, and I'd never met Tommy before, but he he put it in his CD player and listened to it. And was like, who's this Steve guy again? I think we need to start a band. Like, now.
Man. Yeah, pretty much, dude.
And I think that was like January 2019 or something.
So it's been 2 years basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Pro Tools, not just Pro Tools, but all this other recording software and the internet has made things so freaking awesome. Yeah, man. You don't have to you can make a CD and not even be in the same damn state. We
did it.
Exactly.
I'll be right back, you guys. I'm gonna get one of my smokes. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
That's cool. Yeah, man. So if you just want a little more of the history of that, so then then we decided to get together, and it took a while for us to really to get together, and then July of 2019 we decided, hey man, let's record that song. So we got together at our friend John Luttrell's house, Holy Smoke Studio in Kentucky. It's like a home studio. And so we got together. We'd never met each other, you know, so we just set up a bunch of microphones and hooked up Pro Tools and went through the song a couple times and then recorded it. And that song is the Myth I'm Living. Which
First
is,
song we ever did. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, we had just met like an hour before or 2 hours before, you know, like in person for the first time. And that's what you hear there is that recording, the one recording we have out is that.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of, you know, just kind of gone from there.
The chemistry as far as people was not there yet, but you could pretty much tell that the chemistry of the music was there.
Definitely, yeah. Nate Dogg wasn't in around yet, but definitely we were locking in, man. Felt great right from the get go.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now let me ask real quick: are y'all splitting time on lead, or is?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Now when we started, Steve's been doing his other media gig, so I'm like pumping out all these songs, right? And on the demos, I'm playing leads on right now. Nowadays, when I do demos, now that Resistant Bite's happening, I leave a space for Steve. But on all those first demos, I'm playing leads. So I ended up playing a lot of the leads, like on the first record, kind of, but not really now. Because then, as we were doing this first record, I kind of said, Steve, you know, you need to. So we are trying to do it like that. Although I think I got the lion's share of it on this first record. But we're going to get Steve in there more. But he did a few solos for sure on this last one, killing.
Yeah, we had some good harmonizing leads too. You know, so
now,
I think
now is that reminiscent? Not reminiscent. Not saying it's going to sound like it, but is that reminiscent of Rat or Iron Maiden or Judas Priest?
Judas Priest.
Yeah. I mean, it just is what it is. We got our own style, and it's not like we're doing double guitar solo band type thing at all. It's just like if the song calls for it, we go for it, man. And Steve's awesome, man. He's perfect guitar player for me to play with because I'm a real kind of like just shoot from the hip. Don't totally know what I'm doing, a little bit just kind of loose, and he really knows what he's doing. And that combination, kind of like with me and Frank in Tesla, it's very similar to that, but different, and it's great. I love it.
I tend to overthink it a little bit.
I don't know, man. It's great though.
In a good way.
Yeah.
When it comes to, you know, vehicular modes and all that shit Randy Rhoads did, I mean, no.
Oh, dude, he is my number one favorite metal guitar player. I thought you might ask, like, who's your favorite guitar player? Randy Rhoads is number one.
Yeah, definitely get around to that, you know.
Randy Rhoads, dude, yeah. I've never met Frank, but I've learned a couple of his leads because we're going to be playing some of the Tesla songs in our show.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, that
he's a killer guitar player.
I'm like that. I can tell. I don't want to speak for him because he's not here, but I can tell that Randy Rhoads has got to be an influence on him.
Oh yeah, he loves Randy Rhoads.
When I learned some of those solos, I was like, dude, I already know how to play that. It's awesome. So
that's rad.
So Tommy, are you more of a songwriter?
Oh, definitely. I call myself
like a riff maker.
More or less. I mean, I fancy myself a songwriter better than a guitar player. Really, I pride myself more on songwriting because I do my best on guitar, and it's like, and I love my guitar playing. Don't get me wrong, but I don't really know what I'm doing all totally, and I just love the way it comes out, especially with another talented guitar player that I can lean on. It just, I love, and that's what I got going on in Resistant Bite. I just love the way that yin and yang goes because I don't totally, my styles, it's weird, man, and I'm sloppy a little bit, and it's great when I got a partner that can really jam. It's perfect right now, and I love it.
Now, Nate, you're the singer, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, do you and Tommy share writing the lyrics, or does Tommy write the music and then you put the lyrics to it, or how's that work?
Predominantly, yeah. I just come in and I put lyrics into it. But yeah, everybody collaborates. I mean, mainly me and Tommy. But yeah, Tommy's had a lot of, you know, insight and stuff. So, some of these songs that were completely actually written lyrically by him, but were wanted to be changed. So I would maneuver stuff around in some of them. But yeah, that's basically what I do. I come in and write over top of the music.
Okay. Okay, very cool.
Nate has a badass new guitar too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh hell!
So I do. I have
Whoa! It's
Left-handed.
Oh my God.
This
So
guitar.
and I play a little bit too in the show, just where it's needed for when they are doing the things you guys have been discussing, when they're layering each other and there's some overlapping. I kind of fill that hole that in the recording wouldn't be there live. So I play a little part in that, nothing major.
Nate's rocking on the guitar though, man. He's doing good, man.
Cool.
He's rocking.
Okay, so I see Nate's got a Les Paul. What Tommy, I've seen you play freaking Fender.
Yeah, I play it all, man. Whatever's
My bed right now, I want to see them.
not BC Rich, but something like that.
I play all kinds of guitars. I love like Gibsons and Fenders, and I'm endorsed by a company called AXN right now that's just making some killer, like kind of one pickup, one volume knob type 80s
that's the
guitars.
best. Yeah.
Oh, I love it, man. Yeah, but I like all kinds of guitars. They're like people. Even the same guitar, you could have a bunch of the same guitar or Les Paul, let's say, and they're all very different. They're like people, but I love how when you have different models and stuff, and different songs speak to me in different ways. Where I go, oh, that would sound good with a Strat, or that would sound good with a whatever.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Steve? What are you playing?
Oh man, I've played exclusively in SG for like 20 years, and just because I like how you can get all the way up, to the 22nd fret, and there's nothing in your way. And Tommy, kind of turned me on to another guitar that's got the same thing. He turned me on to the Flying V guitars. I've never played a V, and because they're too big, because I'm short, right? But Gibson has a newer V, or I don't know when it came out, but it's
just a different model. Yeah,
it's called a Pro V, and it's a little bit smaller, but it's got that same thing where you can get all the way up on it. And so those are the two guitars I'm playing. Yeah, in a good way.
I love the way an SG plays, and I love the way they sound.
They're all different, though, man.
The neck is so fast on the SG. I mean, they're phenomenal guitars. I don't like it because I've always been a big guy, or bigger, had a little gut on me, And when you strap on straps on the back, and next thing, and that damn headstock is so heavy on the SG, it'll hit the floor in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And I sing, so I grab like the mic and
hell yeah.
So but yeah. So now, what about amps?
Well, I'm using. We like Marshalls in general. I got a guy that's doing amps for me named Kevin Holbrook, and they're Colebrook amps, and they're called the Ass Gobbler Tommy Skeoch 50 watt head. And it's like a modded Marshall is what it is. It looks like a Marshall, and it's based off of a Marshall that I've had forever that I use in Tesla. It's a 50 watt modded by John Sir, and I based it off of that, and I love that. But I love Marshalls in general, man. Just I'll let Steve tell you what he likes, and I think Nate likes the Marshalls too.
Yeah, I'd like a nice JCM 800, 900. It's just a great sound, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really, I played the JCM 2000 for a long time, and it was never really the right kind of sound, and
there's too much going on.
Yeah, it's too many knobs on it, and but I pretty much just play whatever Tommy has left over.
Yeah, he has been. We have a running joke because he's always borrowing my stuff, and but dude. I'm glad. What can I say, man? Steve's my guy, man. He's awesome.
Tommy's got all the gear, man. So he's got a JCM 900 that I played a lot. We have a 12 or 13 song record coming out in the fall, hopefully the fall. And I played a JCM 900 on about half of it, and on the other half I played a PV 5150.
That amp sounds great. By the way.
It does. Yeah, no, it's not the 50. It's the 6505. I call it the 5150 because it's the same amp, but. Yeah. I wish they could have left the 5150 badge on it, because that was.
I've been trying not to let him play it because it's so loud, but I think he's got it under control to where my 50
it's so loud.
He can keep up with it. Yeah.
Well, oh my God, what? Dude!
In my opinion, 100 watt amp doesn't need to be played anywhere except in a damn arena.
It's 150 watts.
Holy
his amp, yeah.
I love 50 watt amps.
Yeah,
tube amps, yes, definitely.
We like 50 watt tube amps. That's what Nate's playing, and that's what Tommy's playing, and that's what I play sometimes, but I can't help but the metalhead in me wants to hook up the PV and just turn it up, put it on the red channel and just, go for it.
Oh yeah. I love those 3-channel amps, huh?
It's a 2-channel amp, the PV, but it has it has that like the crunch setting, which makes it a 3-channel amp.
Okay.
But
okay, I got you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the 3. Oh, dude, I had a Mesa Boogie one time, the triple rectifier. I had it for like a week, and I was like, no, thank you. Done with that.
Yeah.
Done with that.
It used to be my favorite amp. I had a 50 watt at one time, but I lost it. But I had 2 100s. It's the PV Classic in Tweed.
Yeah.
PV Classic 100 heads. Dude, I got complimented on my tone so much by sound guys with that damn amp.
Dude, I used to have a PV Classic, the little combo, the Tweed, the little combo. That thing sounded freaking amazing.
It does, man. Yeah.
Especially with like a Strat, like just great, What a freaking
it's definitely got that bluesy sound to it.
Yeah.
Chris, you're from Mississippi. That's where they make PVs. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, down the road in
Meridian. You're biased on it.
That's actually the only thing I liked about PV. I owned a Wolfgang. I didn't like it. It's too thin sound.
Yeah.
I had a 5150. I didn't like it. It was too many buttons and knobs.
KCM 900.
Exactly. Or the 800. Yeah.
Or the 800, yeah.
Crank it like, hey, Angus Young. Just to play an 800, turn it wide ass open and let the tubes do the sound.
I got to get a little thicker, man. I need a modded Marshall, man. That
JCM
100 sounds great, and I'd use it for some things for recording if I want that kind of sound, but I love a modded Marshall. It gives me a thickness that I don't know if I'm hiding behind it or if it's just my thing. I don't know, but I love it.
Dude, Tommy, tell them what you did on the record.
What did I do?
To thicken it up.
Like which part?
Front end. Tell them what you put on the front end.
Oh,
it's going to blow your mind.
No, I'm not going to.
It's going to blow your mind.
Don't
tell
them. Okay, so I tried to experiment. No, when we first got together, I tried this thing. I was doing it at home, and I liked it. I use a Line 6 when I record, one of those little kidney pod things.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we first started recording, I started plugging it into the front of my amp, but turning the gain down and just using the gain from the pod. So using it like a pedal, basically.
Right.
And I really liked it. So I did a lot of the record that way. I did a lot of our demos that way. And not everything. I used an actual plugged into an amp as well. But and then when we started rehearsing for the shows, I still was trying that because I liked the sound of it. But I noticed when we play live and I go clean up and stuff, it doesn't clean up as nice as my going straight into the amp. So I nixed it for the shows.
That's why a lot of people go with 2 amps, because, a tube amp is not going to have a great clean.
Well, that's okay. See, I could do that. I could switch, but I also don't like to have too clean of a sound when I clean up. What I really enjoy is just plug it into the Marshall, even if it's modified. And if you have the right guitar, you can turn it down, and it still breaks up a tad when you're cleaned up. But that's how I did it in Tesla. It's not totally shiny clean. That's just too much for me, Yeah.
Just turn your volume down, on your guitar.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. I don't even, I got a tuner pedal on stage. That's it. So
you guys are nerds,
dude. Chris, you have the Angus.
You're about to be one. You're about to be one, Nate.
Yeah.
Chris, you have the Angus Young pedal board going on.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Have you ever seen that live in Rio show? They do a little behind the scenes thing like, hey, because, everyone's all nerding out on their giant pedal boards and all that shit. And it's like, Angus, show us your pedal board. And they pan the camera down to a hardwood floor. Oh, here's my pedal board. It's
I used
nothing.
To be that way, but now, nothing against anybody that does it, but now everybody's using these little tuners that they put on the end of the damn headstock, and that just doesn't look professional to me.
Right. Not my favorite look.
You mean this one right here?
Hey, I've got them, but I don't.
Nate Dogg.
It doesn't work. This one doesn't work.
I'm working on you, Nate Dogg.
Yeah, he's talking about me. But don't.
So the 3-guitar thing.
But you're right though. The only reason I did that is because at the time didn't have a battery for the one that Tommy did have for me, a floor one, you know what I mean? And then I finally hooked it up, and I was like, for some reason it just wasn't registering or working or whatever. And like, we were getting ready to start, and I'm like, screw it. So I just put my thing back on, and I'm like, but yeah.
It happens.
I want that Rubik on the end of my headstock on stage, you know what I mean?
We're going to put it, he's going to plug into a tuner so that headstock shines.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, when y'all, I mean, I know y'all haven't hit the road yet have y'all done any shows yet together?
No.
None?
No.
Not as this unit. Not use this unit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are y'all bringing your own stuff? Are y'all using a backline? Because y'all are actually the headliner at the first show, right?
We're bringing our stuff with us.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like that because you know your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to play through some shit that
I agree.
Yahoo has, you know. But that's cool. That's cool. And I want to hear the 3 guitar sound. I can't wait to see because we
got a couple songs where it's totally necessary, you know. It's like, it's we got a couple songs where, you know, the 3 guitars is just you just have to. I mean, we recorded it, it's like 12 guitars, so it's, you know, it's like 3 guitars.
No, we didn't get that bad on overdubbing on the record. Our
producer wouldn't let us.
Held us back a little bit.
Right.
So. We didn't do too bad.
That's good.
Yeah,
it's filling holes, Chris. It's just filling holes. I can't, you know, it's like that emptiness doesn't pop up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all.
But it does help to make it thicker. You know, my biggest gripe about Pantera, I love Pantera, grew out being from Mississippi. Pantera was always, hell, I knew Phil Anselmo before he ever joined Pantera. He was in a band called Razor White. And they played all the time in Mississippi. But Dimebag, his tone sucked. It sounded like shit.
Yeah.
And if it had, you know, it's playing through that Randall Solid State. But I mean,
Solid State,
if it had another guitar player, that would have been so much thicker and just balls out, you know.
2 amps, man.
Dude,
my opinion. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I feel like you're reading my brain because my second favorite guitar player is Dimebag Darrell.
Oh, yeah.
And
nothing against him. I just didn't like his tone. You know.
Anytime I have to warm up for a show, I go back over the Cowboys from Hell solo and all that stuff. Like, because it's got every lick. Because obviously he was a Randy Rhoads fan too. So every lick.
You got me doing that song in my head now.
Dude, I've been listening to metal on XM radio in my wife's car, man. They play that Pantera a lot. I've been digging on that, man. They rock.
Mm-hmm. You know, Tommy, I met you and the guys in Tesla back in '87. And I don't remember that. It was on the coast. It was on the coast in Mississippi, Gulf Coast.
The Coliseum?
Yes. Y'all had played that night when we got there. So the next day, y'all had already played the night before. And we were either going to see Motley Crue that night, or it might have been Alice Cooper. I can't remember. But we met y'all coming out of the hotel as we were going in, you know, which, you know, that was 18,000 years ago. But I was a 17-year-old kid, and I was like, oh, fucking Tesla, you know. So, but like I said, I can't remember if it was It was Faster Pussycat and Alice Cooper playing, I think, the next night. I think. Not positive there. So, but yeah, man, you know, great time, good times.
That's one of the best venues on the Gulf Coast.
Oh yeah,
it was the only when I was growing up. Yeah. I saw every band there. I saw Pantera there.
Dive bars here and there, you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
But until you play a Coliseum, you're nobody.
It's true. The Coliseum cherry must be popped.
Oh yes, definitely. Or an Arena 1, or a stadium. Shit, there we go.
Oh man, yeah.
Are y'all trying to get on? Are y'all trying to get on a tour?
Dude, it's so complicated because of the COVID thing, you know.
Yeah,
we're trying to like put all the ducks in the road correctly right now. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves and be out there just kind of aimlessly, blindly running around, and then having I know Tommy's very particular about it. And I mean, you're talking to 3 guys in the band that are definitely particular about not rushing anything. You know, it's like I'm in no hurry to freaking expose something that, you know, within a week of exposure going, you know, we should not have done that yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we definitely don't want to come out of the chute half-cocked. We definitely want to be remembered in the room for not, you know, everything that somebody could say bad about a band. You know what I mean? We want to come out of the room going, you know what? Those guys freaking brought it. And that requires rehearsal. That requires sitting down and doing some math and freaking, you know, getting all of our ducks in a row, as I said. And, you know, that's exactly what we're doing right now. So, yeah, it would be nice to get on a tour, you know, or 3 or 6 or whatever. But, you know, there's
exactly.
There's still unfinished business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we're rehearsing once a month right now, getting ready for these shows in anticipation of having more shows, you know, coming up.
Now,
I mean,
how far apart are y'all from each other?
Nate's in the middle.
Yeah. Tommy's about 7 hours, 7-8 hours. Steve and Brian are about 4 hours, and
Nashville.
Dave is 6, 7 too. About that, we do it based because we actually have the best setup for a rehearsal that you could ask for. We got a great facility. It's private. There's nobody even remotely that has anything to do with music around it. Everybody.
I've actually seen it. I saw some Facebook Live things that David did.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
That place, yeah.
You know, so it saves everybody a good dime. You know, there's a place that we all stay right here.
Yeah.
You know, and when we get here, we're a family. You know, we don't leave each other's company. We eat dinner together. We're here the entire time. Yeah, and it stays locked in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody doesn't scatter off to different areas. We're each other for 2 or 3 days. So
we stay at Nate's house. We crash his house to the max.
Hardcore.
We
That
love
sounds
it.
like me being from Mississippi. My band's in Mississippi, and I'm in Cincinnati. So I go down. I travel 10 hours just to rehearse. You know?
Where in Mississippi, Chris?
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Jackson, Mississippi. Yeah.
Rogers from Mississippi. Good friend of mine. Killer guitar player Ronnie Rogers is from Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
He's playing a band there called High Risk. Do you remember him back in the 80s? Circuit band.
I lost so many. I forgot so much shit from the 80s.
Yeah. Hey, we all have, dude. What are you talking about?
No shit.
If you don't at the 80s, you weren't living.
Yeah, exactly. So, now, do y'all have a title for the new CD?
Not as of yet.
Okay.
Probably more than likely. We don't know yet.
Okay.
So we've got a couple of things coming out. We've got we're gonna have a single come off the album way before it's released with the music video, right?
Nice.
It's called Fate, and then we've got an EP that we're gonna sell at the shows. We're not sure if we're gonna release it beforehand or not, so don't get your hopes up. But it's gonna have 2 additional songs on, an acoustic song, and then a song called "Ode to Lemmy" about Mr. Lemmy Kilmister.
I remember you telling me about that on the phone. So.
Yeah.
It's rad, man. It's so rad. And I hope we do release it before, but we'll see what we can get done.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we're managing ourselves. We're our own label right now. We're, you know, everything. So I don't think we're going to put out the album, you know, obviously until it's mixed and finished, but you know, we're not even thinking about that right now. Yeah. Like, you know, we just want to start
now. We're getting close now.
It's sounding very killer. Very, very killer. We spent 21 days. If we could talk about the album for a minute, that'd be cool.
Yeah, definitely.
We spent 21 days in Nashville at Soundstage Studios, and Michael Rosen produced and engineered, double duty.
Mm-hmm.
Put up with this for 21 days, right? Is that what it was?
21.
Great. It was like Groundhog's Day. Oh man, but it's a beautiful studio in Nashville, and the sounds that came out of there are awesome, and the vibe was there, everything was there. So we did what we wanted to do, and now it's being mixed, and you know,
and it's rad.
It's rad.
Oh, yeah.
It's a gag. Rad. A gag. It's rad.
Okay, now I know a little bit about Tommy's history. Who have y'all, you know, Steve, you and Nate, who have y'all played with before?
Nobody important.
Tommy Skeoch? I played with Tommy Skeoch.
Yeah, Tommy Skeoch.
I used to play in a band that played Sweet Home Alabama a lot.
Oh, shit. Never played that
Nate's
live.
played with some
Simple Man
notable
live,
people,
but
and
never
so
had
is
played-
Steve. But Steve never wants to mention who it is. It was
No.
they kind of were
I'll
a country act.
talk. Yeah, I used to play. You know, I'm from Mobile, Alabama, and you know, I had my own original metal band down there forever, and then I left and moved to Chicago for a while, and then I moved to Nashville, and I played with a band called Low Cash. They were Low Cash Cowboys at the time.
Okay.
They were really popular country band, you know, on the top 20 radio and all that stuff, and had a great time. But you know, I'm not a country guy, so.
Nate's played with the great George Lynch, which is kind of mind blowing. You know, George.
Yeah. Nate sang and still sings occasionally with Lynch Mob, and he can, you know.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Cincinnati?
I will say this. I can't leave this. I did have a record deal back in 89, 90 on Epic Records, a band called Blondes, BLONZ. We had a song called Last Call for Alcohol, which was our release. And we were actually scheduled to do a tour with Tesla. And I broke my leg playing indoor soccer. So we lost that tour to Firehouse, I think, or somebody.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, actually scheduled to tour with Tommy. So, but yeah, so I had a record out, you know, back in the 90s. And
is there a video? Is there anything on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to look that shit up.
It's badass, dude. You guys had a reunion a couple years ago, right?
yeah,
we video from that.
Yeah, and then we're actually going to actually spin a tune off for that record on our headlining show. I think we've been talking about it.
Okay.
So we've been talking about doing the Rainbow song. We might segue it with like a T song. We'll see what happens. We got to work on it.
We're going to work on it.
Can I say also that Nate is going to be the replacement singer in Steel Panther when I don't remember when Ralph kicks the bucket.
Ralph Satchel's replacing me.
I want to see those guys live. That's all I got to say.
There's a video on the Facebook of Nate singing a version of a Dawkins song that he changed the lyrics of.
No, it's Rat.
It's Rat. Sorry, yeah, Rat. Bro, yes.
Last minute, I changed it. Me and Travis, the bass player, I said, Joe T, and he's like, well, I was like, I'm going to sing Round and Brown. And he goes, perfect. So I went out. So,
Hell yeah.
Guys, they're good buddies of mine.
That's cool. That's cool. So you said the fall, maybe?
We don't know.
Okay.
We really don't know, but man, we're hoping soon, man. We've been going through a hellacious mix. It's almost done now, and then we're gonna try and get like a record company behind us, so we don't have to do all this shit. But we just don't know.
Yeah. So y'all have finished the tracking, right? All the tracking?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many songs?
13.
13. Hell yeah. Nice. Okay.
But lucky 13.
Hell
Pretty
yeah.
much.
Oh shit. That's the right there. Voodoo 13.
There it
That's
is.
backwards. Anyway. Yeah. That's the name of my band. So
Right on.
13 is my lucky number.
It's my
I'm not
wife.
superstitious.
It's my wife's lucky too. Because she's vicious.
Hell yeah. Well, cool, man. So like I said, y'all are playing Ham, y'all don't have just barely over a month.
Yeah.
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 Are you coming to one of the shows?
27th of May. Am I right?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
today's 20.
Something like that. 26th, 27th. Yeah. And then y'all, damn. Okay. Very cool.
July
man.
1st.
Coming to the show?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. I'm going to try to make both. I'm not sure if I can.
Cool.
Let's see. The Friday night will be at Columbus, and Thursday night will be in JD Legends.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Cincinnati on the 1st.
Okay.
Columbus on the 2nd.
Columbus on the 2nd.
Yeah. Well, shit. I mean, I want to see the Dead Daisies. Now with Glenn Hughes, that should be pretty cool.
I do too. Yeah.
That's like a whole different band, right?
Well, I mean, you know, Karabi left and Marco Mendoza left, but they killed two birds with one stone by getting Jerry Hughes.
Doug Aldridge and Dean
Oh, I
Casanova.
love Aldridge. Aldridge has got a killer tone too, man. Yeah. He's got some good shit. So, well, Dean Casanova left.
We're gonna rock face, man. It's gonna be rad.
Do what now?
Who's playing drums? Casanova left?
Yeah, Casanova left, and the guy that they had before Dean came back.
Who's that?
I can't remember his damn name. I want to say it's Tommy something.
Dude, all I know is Glenn Hughes is going to be there. That's all I care about. Come on, man. You can't fuck with Deep Purple.
No, hell no. Exactly. So anything else in the works? You said you got a video for what'd you say the song was? Fate?
For Fate, a song called Fate. That will be the first thing out before the record even comes out.
Okay. Very cool.
First lyrics I ever wrote in this
First
band.
song I ever sang on with us, yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Because I do a radio show on it's an internet radio show. I'm a DJ on Monday nights, and I play nothing but independent artists. You know, so thank you. And
resist right, man. Check us out.
Yeah, as soon as I get it,
what do you think of it?
It's on there.
Cool.
So
that's rad, dude.
Nice,
Thank
man.
you.
Oh hell yeah. No worries. Don't get me wrong. I would like to play, every once in a while somebody big, but
no, that's cool, man. I like
always
There's a lot of
independent artists. Do what
Well,
now?
anytime we put something out, we'll send it to you, man.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah, definitely. That'll work.
We don't like we said earlier, we don't know the timeline yet because we're five guys managing ourselves right now. So, but we've got, we got Fate coming out, and then we've got the EP coming out, which is Myth plus 2 other songs. So, not sure of the complete timeline, but whatever comes out first, we'll send it to you for sure, man.
Okay.
Dude, and I got to tell you about Fate just real quick, man. So, I got a little home studio here, and so we needed a singer, right?
I see it in the background.
This is my wife's. It's her office studio. She's letting me borrow it tonight. Anyway, so we needed a singer, right? So Dave found Nate. I don't remember how exactly, but and he was going to come over
from Firehouse. Now it's Striper.
Yeah. Yeah, Perry Richardson, exactly. Yeah, and so Nate came over, and we were gonna have him sing on Myth and Fate, and he had wrote his own lyrics for it too. And but we were set up to take a band photo, so we took a band photo with Nate, which is the one on our website that is still there now.
Is that
before we even heard
with the brick wall, like in the alley?
No, those are recent. Those are recent.
Okay.
The one on our website, yeah. Okay. And yeah, so we took a photo. We took our band photo with Nate before we even heard him sing.
Oh shit.
That's not true. I don't think that's true.
It's true. He didn't sing.
No, he's right about.
I think
heard me sing in the room.
But I think you did a couple of tracks before that photo shoot went down. Is what I think from my memories. That I could be wrong.
All right.
We had heard him sing on the internet.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, Stevie.
But they hadn't heard my ability of writing or anything. They didn't know whether I was capable of writing or anything. But I told them, I was like, what do you want me to do? You want me to sing this other stuff, or do you want me to create? And they were like, hey, man, create. And if it's good and we like it, cool. So I created, and they let me continue.
We knew Nate was a badass.
If not, we'll get new pictures made. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, he came in there and knocked it the fuck out of the park, dude.
Oh my God.
Listen, awesome. I'll tell you the truth. I was singing the first verse of Fate, my initial strike with these guys, and my idea of what I thought it should sound like. And so I sing my first verse, and they stop the music, and I hear footsteps coming down the stairs to where I'm singing, and I'm like, this is it. I'm going home. And Tommy opens the door up and walks in and hugs me, and I'm like, oh, this is good. He's like, keep going.
I believe I kissed your feet. I kissed your feet.
Yeah. You guys are right. You guys are right. You sang Fate before we took the picture, but Myth was the one that we were like,
right.
Which is the song we have out now, which is it's our flagship.
Yeah, I'm gonna get.
Oh my God,
I'm gonna get that song and download it because I always put music, play a little bit of the song as the intro.
Yeah, man.
Before the show airs and stuff that. Make a video out of it and all that kind of stuff.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, and now let's promote these shows again. I mean, dude, that's what we're here about. Being from Cincinnati, I know a lot of people that are definitely going to be coming to the JD Legends show. I've already seen a lot of people. Matter of fact, let's see, the first here. Well, 151 people have responded. That's not a lot, but hell, that's better than
how many does it hold? 500?
It depends. If they do it inside, I'm not sure, but they also have a big ass stage outside, and if they do it outside, it's huge. Lots.
Right.
So
I believe it's inside, but I'm not sure. I guess, but
yeah, I'm sure it will be. And but during the summertime, they do have shows outside unless it rains, and then they bring them inside and stuff. They have a big bowling alley there. They have all kind of shit. It's a pretty nice place. So yeah, and I've never been to and then that's July 1st. And the show, let me see here. Holy shit. $5 and $10. So I guess that's $5 in advance and $10
oh hell yeah. That's like the Fugazi price.
Hey,
and a free game of putt-putt if you show up early.
And the door, I guess that's the doors open at 7. I hope it doesn't start at 7. Now, have y'all heard anything about who's playing? Because this doesn't say anything about anybody else.
No, me and Steve were just talking about that. I don't know if they've got an opener for us or what.
The Dead Daisies show, there's an opener. They're called Ironhead. I don't know much about them, but I looked at their stuff, and they look like they're gonna thrash people's faces off, which is cool.
Now, I've never been to that venue, but it looks pretty cool. So.
Yeah, I think it's a relatively new venue, and they're very catering to bands. They're like a lot of times we have double headliners and stuff, so they actually have this tool geeking out, right? I'm sorry, but they have a pull out drum riser for the opener, so the opener can have a drum riser too. Yeah, it's cool. It makes a difference. Especially with our drummer Dave, he's a giant. He's like 7 feet tall, so it's like he needs to be on a riser, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He needs his own place.
He has Shrek hands.
Oh God. Don't shave his head, he'll look like Shrek then.
Yeah, right.
Man, that's brutal.
He should have joined and we wouldn't talk about him. But
I don't think there is an opener for a JD Legends show. If there's any metal bands out there that would like to open up.
Dude, I would love to.
Bring it.
It's a Thursday night, and my guys are in Mississippi, so that's kind of that sucks. But
dude, tell them to come out. Come on, bring it.
Man, if we're the only band, I guarantee you, we're gonna fucking rock the fuck out. Even if there's not another band, we're gonna rock.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure they will because they do this thing out at JD Legends called Get the Gig, and what they do is they have bands come in and acoustic acts and stuff, and they do auditions, and then they pick, okay, well, you'll play with this band, okay, you'll play with this band, stuff like that. So so that may be what they're doing, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, and then the Columbus show, and that is at the King of Clubs.
Yep.
Okay, King of Clubs.
The King of Clubs.
In Columbus, and that's July 2nd. And that's with the Dead Daisies, and you said Iron what?
Ironhead.
Ironhead. Okay, Ironhead's going to be opening the show. Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of them. I don't get much out to Columbus, so I'm not sure.
They look badass.
Oh, okay.
They look badass.
I'm excited. I'm going to support him. I'm going to stand right up front and do this the whole time.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Coolest thing. I know y'all know who Jeff LaBar is, right? Tommy should. Jeff LaBar,
Who do I know?
Guitar player for Cinderella.
Oh, Jeff LaBar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
I don't know. I know him as Stoner Jeff.
I used to play in a band with Eric Brittingham from Cinderella.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah.
Which one?
Southern Rock Revival. We were like a Southern Rock tribute band.
Oh, okay.
All Molly Hatchet.
Eric had a band called, with his wife, Naked Beggars.
Yeah. Ingrid Rudin.
They came and played in Jackson, and my band actually opened up for them, and Jeff was at the front of the stage just fucking rocking out to us the whole damn set. So that was cool shit.
Right on.
Hell yeah.
Dude, man, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Man, so are you playing right now in Cincinnati? Do you have a band in there? You said your band's in Jackson, or
yeah,
do you have a
in
band
Jackson.
up in Cincinnati?
No, I traveled down there, and we're actually on a 3-day run. Huh?
You should tell them drive 10 hours to play a gig.
Well, they did 2 years ago because we didn't play anything in 2020. They came up and we opened up for the Nixons and Sponge up here. So, and then the only show I played last year was with John Corabi. I did a acoustic show with him.
Cool.
But I'm leaving out Saturday morning to go to Mississippi, and we have a 3-day run in Texas. So we're going to play 3 shows, 2 shows in Texas and 1 in Mississippi.
Are you guys playing the Gas Monkey?
It shut down.
I've played. It's shut down.
Yeah, in 2020.
No.
Yes. Now it might have reopened, but yeah, it was one of the ones that got impacted by the damn COVID shit.
Well, it's a big place.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, and then we got 2 shows in Tennessee. And then another show in Mississippi in July. So I try to keep us busy, but not too busy. So
I'm going to be in Tennessee.
I'm going to be in Nashville on the 23rd. I'm doing a acoustic show at the Donaldson Pub. And then 3 nights after that, I'll be in Knoxville. The band will be opening for Them Dirty Roses, a new country / Southern rock band out of Alabama. And,
well, hit me up, dude. I live in Nashville, so that's where I'm.
Well, that's in Knoxville, but definitely, Nashville.
Yeah, the Donaldson show. That's like 20 minutes from my house, dude.
Oh, okay.
July 1st, Resist and Bite in Cincinnati. July 2nd, Resist and Bite in Columbus, Ohio.
Don't
fuck this
Damn
up.
right.
Dude.
Great.
Dude, how much more time? How much more time do we have, Chris?
Hey, whatever.
Can we grill Tommy?
Hell yeah! What are we gonna grill him on?
I don't know. Let's grill Tommy, dude.
All right.
I'm fixing to have dinner, man.
Hey,
man,
I got a question. Who popped your cherry? Who made you want to fucking play guitar?
It wasn't me.
You know who really turned me on when I was a kid and who I really wanted to emulate a lot when I was really young was Michael Shankler was the guy.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, that was really early on, and then it became like the guys from Judas Priest, then it became Angus Young, then it became the guy from Russia. It's just about all of the great. Pat Travers was a big guy for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Pat Travers is playing Cincinnati here in a short
I know Pat. He's a good guy.
Sure with Pat Travers, man. The blonde's opened up much. Yeah.
Dude, I gotta say, I've never asked Tommy that question, and I already knew that was going to be the answer right there.
That's cool.
Like, seriously, you just said exactly what I thought. I've never even asked you.
Blues metal, man. That's about it.
Well, there you go. What about Hendrix?
Oh, hell yeah. Except I never emulated him as much because I was a very intimidated kind of guitar player. And that's why I think my style's so weird because I never like wanted to ever ask anybody how something's played. I wanted to, because when I was younger, I thought I just wanted to look like I was cool, you know, and like I knew everything, but I didn't know jack shit. So it wasn't until I was older until I started like really getting into cats like that. So I loved his music, and of course I know all the songs and all that stuff, but I didn't really start kind of cluing into it until later on, actually.
Okay.
I'm a weird cat. Yeah.
Anybody from the 80s?
Oh yeah, I mean,
to late 80s.
Who do I like from the 80s? You know who I like from the 80s? I loved Black and Blue. You ever see them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they had some really
nasty.
Dude, they never really broke. They never broke or nothing like that, but I thought they were a really good band. Tommy Thayer plays with Kiss now.
Yeah.
But they were good, and I loved the guys, the bass tone on their songs. I liked them a lot. But I mean, that's just what comes to me off the top. I like Rat from the 80s, man. Rat was rad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My two favorite guitarists from the 80s. Well, three. One's Tracy Guns. One is George Lynch, and the other one's Warren DeMartini.
Yeah, Warren's badass, man.
Oh,
George's badass too. You know, Tracy jams too, man. We've been talking about him lately too. But yeah, those guys are, you know, a lot of fun. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. What about you, Mr. Steve?
What's the question?
Who
popped your cherry, pal?
Who popped my cherry? Oh, dude. So, you know, when I was like 9 years old, my brother showed me a VHS of Angus Young live at Donington or something like that. I don't know what it was. He was playing in front of 100,000 people, and I was like, "That's what I want to do."
Hell yeah.
So,
hell yeah.
And ever since then, I'm like, just want to play an SG and rock people's faces.
That's cool. What music though? What song do you first remember hearing on, let's say, the radio or whatever, and you just went, hell yeah?
Oh, dude, it wasn't on the radio. It was that Jimi Hendrix song, Third Rock from the Sun. It's this really trippy, like 9-minute long song.
Oh, shit.
Tommy knows what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, music can do that to people. I'm like, music can take people they're in a shitty mood and then make them happy all of a sudden. Like,
yes,
that's what I want to do right there.
Music,
you know,
therapy, man. It's the greatest.
Yeah,
shit in the world,
totally.
huh?
Yeah. So Jimi Hendrix really did that for me. But as far as wanting to play guitar, I mean, you know, Angus Young was the one. I mean, he is like, he's like a cheerleader with a guitar, and it's fucking. That's an awful imagery. Delete that. Can you edit that out?
I hope
he
Angus
is a cheerleader. He's a cheerleader, Steve.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to go there.
Dude, Black Sabbath and Tony Iommi. I mean, you know, the dude's only got this many fingers to rock with, you know.
Amazing, yeah.
And
yeah, it's
that's
incredible.
why a lot of people start playing power chords like that.
Yeah, I think so. I do it like that. I do it with these two fingers because that's how I learned it, you know, and so I get a lot of shit for it too. But it's cool.
What about you, Nick?
From guys that can't outplay you, so you know.
What about you? What turns you on to music? Or what turns you on to rock?
Who?
Yeah. Who?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah.
I had an older brother that force-fed me music that would drag me into his room and go, "You got to hear this. You got to hear that. You got to hear this." You know, my first introduction to like rock was Kiss. You know, and I was, 10 years old, 1979, Dynasty, and just totally scared shitless of Gene Simmons, but couldn't stop looking at him.
It's a train wreck.
That was introduction like to rock and roll. But then my like love for like music and just the way things sound and what it, like Steve said, you know, what it does to a human being. Man, freaking Fair Warning, Diver Down.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Just shit like that, you know, Allman Brothers, Doobie Brothers, you know, Judas Priest, Dokken, all this. It just got thicker and thicker and thicker. But one that really sent me over the edge was Iron Maiden. Like it was done when freaking Iron Maiden was introduced to me, because it was like, wow, this is like this is like anything that I've heard before, but these guys are just way better at it.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And
Nico McBrain,
Yeah, all the way up to like the 80s. In the 80s, I was definitely like Tommy. I was a big rap guy. Tesla was kind of a huge influence to me, as far as like, out of all the 80s bands, who was like the really cool ones. It was like Tesla to me. They were like, they didn't have the glam and all the the hairspray and all that shit. They just were awesome in the way that they played. Same with Dokken. It was a little more about the freaking darkness and the rock, Yeah.
But Tesla was a blue collar rock band, and that's what I loved about it. It wasn't about the glitz and the glam, glory.
They were thicker. They were a little thicker, a little darker than everybody, and then their music wasn't always about bitches. It was about things that had some content to it, But when King's X came out, I was done. Wow.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, like holy cow. Second, That's so yeah. But I mean, I still like stuff like ZZ Top and things like that. That just tones and sounds and things that was all. You know what I mean? That somebody would something that was like different that would get my attention. But
you guys should go back and listen to ZZ Top's first album. That's what it's called. Like now, like tonight. It's After all this time, go listen to that, man. Holy crap! Three guys. They're like 20 years old. 1970, whatever.
Y'all seen the documentary on this?
You know who they were touring with?
Yeah.
They got gigs with Kiss and Rush.
Oh, yeah.
And Tina Turner.
Yeah,
Oh,
straight.
really?
Strange.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Ike Turner is what put them in their suits.
Yeah, man. Then he'd beat them all up and fucking go get some
Oh, dude.
Hell yeah. I can't remember where I want to say it was Headbangers. Was Headbangers Ball on in 87, 86?
around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was MTV or Headbangers Ball, one of them anyway. But I want to say, anyway, the first time I ever heard Modern Day Cowboy, holy shit, that blew my fucking mind. Just when it first started. I mean, just
I did what I wanted to.
And the Western shit, oh man, fuck.
Yeah, dude. And now I'm singing it.
Dude.
Guy that wrote it. It's a little surreal sometimes.
Dude,
I bet.
can I ask Tommy a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about the apartment that you wrote that in.
Oh, the apartment I wrote that in. What did I tell you about it? I don't know. That was that in Heaven's Trail. It's a little apartment.
Oh.
Which are my favorite songs by
Heaven's
What?
Trail, my favorite.
hands down favorite songs by the band. Heaven's Trail and
I wrote both of them in this little apartment that I had back in the day in Sacramento. Yeah, nothing special about it, but that's where it went down. Yeah.
How did it happen, dude? Like, what?
I would just like it always does. I was just playing and usually back then I don't even think I had
Wait. How do you do that in an apartment? Like what kind of amp are you playing through? What do you like? You didn't have a Marshall half stack in your fucking apartment.
I don't think I was just playing, no amp.
Yeah, no amp.
No amp.
Yeah.
That's the best way you can figure out where you're fucking up and
well.
Well,
I mean, you know what, Steve? I don't remember exactly. I may have been playing through an amp, but I just know that I wrote them in this place. Yeah. I remember when I wrote them, I can kind of picture it and everything.
It all kind of happened at the same time, though, right?
That's correct. Those two songs did.
And that's crazy.
They came out on two separate albums. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wrote them around. They are two separate records, but I wrote them in the same place. Right.
What kind of guitar were you using?
Steve, you're
What
messing
color were
with
your
me now. He's messing with me
It
now.
was a Fender Square.
One of those guitars that I built back then. I would get wash or Warmoth bodies and necks, and I would kind of put them together. And I think I wrote it on one of those actually.
Did you have fingernail polish on when you did that?
I didn't.
Dude, wait.
Was there milk?
They had the Warmoth shit back then, dude.
I didn't have it.
They had all the Warmoth necks and body, because I have a couple of guitars in here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Back in the 80s, they had that shit?
Yeah. I built some. Yes, sir.
No way.
Yes way.
Who's doing this interview, by the way?
Floyd Roses and everything. It was all there.
Hey, man, this is my opportunity to ask Tommy all the things I never ask him in person.
See, you're so funny. Oh my God, you're freaking me out. You're so funny.
You're freaking me out.
Here,
I do got another question too.
pour you a drink.
There you go. I know, Tommy, you said you play through a Line 6 pod, a good bit. Now, what about you, Steve? What do you play? Do you use any pedals?
Man, I really like going straight into the amp. I mean, the Angus Young pedal board is the greatest, right?
There you go. There you
go. But I use a tube screamer, classic tube screamer for solos, and then
just a boost.
Yeah, and then I mean, man, I don't know, like I went away from it for a while, but I come back to it. Like I love the Boss chorus pedal. I think Tommy does too.
Oh, hell
Super chorus.
Hey, Chris, that's all I have. I have a chorus pedal, and that's it, because I don't really do anything technical at all. And I have this little twing twing thing I do in Bombs, one of our songs. Other than that, I'm a chord into a freaking head.
Son,
man.
it's coming up. We're gonna get you going more and more, son.
Tommy also, just to answer a question for you, Chris, Tommy sometimes buys pedals just because he likes what's painted on the pedal, or he thinks it's a cool word.
The name of it,
Dude.
yeah.
What it does.
Dude, tell us about the intro of Myth, Tommy.
Yeah. Myth is a case in point. I bought this pedal. It's by Electro Harmonix. It's called the Blurst. I thought, oh man, it's very colorful and all this paint job on it. So I bought
the
it.
flower.
First thing I wrote on it was the main little effect riff for Myth I'm Living, and that's what you hear on there. When you hear that, it's called the Blurst. Yeah. And that's why I bought it, because the name of it and the way it looks. Check it out online, and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's beautiful.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
But that, I mean, just because of that, it inspired a song, and I think that's pretty cool. And other pedals have done that for me before.
Yeah, we got another one that's inspired by a pedal called the Dirty Sanchez. We haven't written a song.
That's rad. That's your boys.
Yeah, right.
What are they? Steel Panther. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, the dick blister.
Hey, so Chris, how long have we been going? I'm starting to get a kink in my neck, and I don't want to.
You're good. If you need to go, I'll finish up with them.
No, I'll hang as long as you want, man.
Shit, I don't know. Right at an hour.
Oh, we haven't even done an hour. No problem, man.
Oh no, we're probably about 3 or 4 minutes over an hour. So.
Oh, okay.
When I hit record, when I hit record, it's probably been about 50 minutes.
Was this the practice run? Now we're going to really record it?
Yeah, all right, let's go. Let's record. Hit record.
That's how it was at the beginning. I thought we were going. He's all, I'm going to push record now. I'm like, oh.
Real.
Hey, wait. Can we go since you probably edit all that shit out, so let's talk off the record here for a second. Can you play any of our songs, like, on this? Can we do that?
Oh yeah, exactly. I can put them. I can set them up in between. I'm definitely going to do it in the front end, and then at the end of it, I'll fade back into it and let the rest of the song play out.
Right.
When is this going to come out?
Whenever y'all.
Can we be off the record right now? Can we just talk not recorded? Like, you don't have to stop recording. You don't have to do that, but.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Go ahead.
What are we doing?
Yeah. So I was just wondering, like.
Cool. So the song Lemmy is basically, I took, I think 28 song titles and record titles of Motorhead, and I manipulated all of them together to make lyrics, verses and pre-choruses, and some ad-libbing that I added of personal stories with my encounter with Lemmy from Motorhead. I had a moment one time with Motorhead where it was just with Lemmy where it was just me and him, which I swore no one would ever believe. But anyway, the song is basically nothing but Motorhead song titles and album titles morphed together to produce the song. So for all the Motorhead people out there, if you listen to Lemmy, it's just straight up tribute to him.
It's it's called Ode to Lemmy. I mean, it's an ode to Lemmy. That's what it is.
That's awesome.
And we love it, man. We love it. Really, really love that song. It's straight up in your face. You know, no excuses. There is no
got that punk metal feel.
It's rocking.
You got that punk tempo.
Well, that's the thing.
You know,
at the end it does that a little bit. Yeah, as a matter of fact,
it was actually a track, Chris, that when we were actually at Holy Smoke Studios, John's place in Kentucky, and they were inside recording, and I was sitting outside with a notebook, just kind of going over some of these other tunes we were still like woodshedding with a lot of stuff.
Second time together working, I think that.
Yeah.
Third time.
And so I just Googled, because it sounded like Motorhead to me. It was like it had a Motorhead feel, and I'm like, and then for some reason, I don't know, it wasn't, believe me, it wasn't this huge epiphany of greatness. It was just me going, okay, that would be kind of tricky and cool. And then I pulled up all these lyrics, titles, and I wrote down like 40 titles of songs and album titles of Motorhead. And I think I used like 28, 30 out of that 40.
Yeah.
And
you got in the car with Lemmy one time. We don't have to talk about the story, but you got in the car with Lemmy.
In my car. On my birthday.
Your car. On your birthday.
And we disappeared to go,
go on a run.
Yeah, we went on a run. Looking for a party. And because I had met him in LA, and so he remembered me at the club I was at, and he's like, hey man, let's go. And we did. And the car that I had at the time was pretty fast, and he was not really comfortable in it. So when we got where we were going and we were leaving to come back, I said, let's go. And he was like, I'm not getting in that car again. So there's a little...
He called it a death trap.
Death trap. He goes, I'm not getting back in that death trap, mate. That's exactly what he said to me. He goes, I love it. I'll see you later. And and so there's a little thing in the song that talks about that. So it's cool.
8 balls in a death trap seat.
I can get 8 balls in a death trap seat. And that's exactly what that means.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
but yeah, he
hear that.
No shit off anybody, and he did exactly what he wanted, and that song portrays it. That song is just full throttle, dude. There is zero dynamics in that tune. It's just in your face the whole time.
That's cool.
You missing a tooth when that song's over. So
I definitely want to check this out, because I want to see how you did that. Intertwine.
It's interesting.
The name, the titles of songs to go together. So does it flow, or is it just choppy?
Oh yeah. Oh, it flows.
Okay.
It's some kind of flow to it. I mean, it says the titles, but you just got to hear it, man. It's got a flow for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And put it this way, I'll give you a little tight on it. The pre-chorus says, the king of kings, the ace of spades, I eat the rich because I like the taste. So
see, that's what I was wondering, if you kind of made it, and that's awesome. I like it.
It's fucking great. You got to check it out.
It's a cool tune.
Shit yeah, that's cool.
And we love playing it. It's like one of our fave go-tos.
Motorhead fans are going to eat it up. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and we were a little bummed that our producer was like, it's kissing cousins with the color of the tracks you have. So we had to make some decisions, but I think it's good that it's going to be on this kind of disc, because it makes it a little more important to me. It is a great song.
Yeah.
It's from our demo, man. It's just like Myth was. It's great.
Yeah. It's from the same sessions as Myth was, and so we're going to release it from the demo. So.
Oh, for the EP.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And 3 songs. You said.
Karaoke.
Yeah, there's an acoustic song on there too. That one of them's kind of a beachy kind of vibe. That just to totally take us away. That Nate wrote. Say what you want.
When you say beachy, do you mean Beach Boys or do you mean?
No, man. I mean like metalhead hanging on the fucking beach.
Yeah.
Metalhead.
To me, it would be like if you're sitting on the beach with Joe Walsh. That's the kind of tune that is.
Ah, okay, I got you.
Yeah, not Jimmy Buffett. It's like sitting around in the middle of nowhere with Joe Walsh.
It's like Rocky Mountain Way on the beach.
Yeah, but it's
bluesy.
Kind of a
bluesy song. Kind of bluesy.
Tommy played a mandolin, I think, for the first time in his life on that.
No, I didn't play mandolin, but I didn't play it on that. I played that on "Say What You Want" on the record.
Oh, that's what I thought we were talking about.
That is what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
We are talking about "Say What You Want."
Oh, okay, yeah, I sure did. Not for the first time, but I played one on there.
Right. He grabbed that thing and freaking owned it. And, it's actually kind of a bluegrass kind of tune. It's kind of a slow bluegrassy kind of a thing. But as far as lyrics, it's just straight up attitude. It's
here's the mandolin right here.
There it is.
I'm not going to show you the headstock, but there you go.
Yeah, I need to get a pickup for that, Steve. You said you have one.
Yeah. So it's a great tune. It's actually going back to your question title for the record. If it was my vote, that's what I would title the album is "Say What You Want." But I don't think that we're going to have a title. I kind of agree with Tommy. I think it should probably just be Resist and Bite, Yeah. But if it was one, I would think "Say What You Want" because of not only the tune is like, dude, it's not something you would expect on this record, and two, it's like just the phrase itself.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it is that we all. The cool thing about it is that we all played together. We did it as one take. Yeah, we did it one take, and we did a lot of other things that way too. But I mean, this one specifically was everything all live together, no overdubs. We're all together.
Yeah.
Dave was playing a cajon, and Brian had his Brian had his acoustic bass. Everything is like. One time through.
Cool. Yeah, that's right. That's something I want to ask y'all. When it comes to recording, what's your favorite way? All in the same room jamming. Of course, I know you got your guitar amps in this room. And
well, man, I think the way we did Myth is our favorite way to do it. I mean, we all recorded all at the same time. We're a band together. It's like, so we're all playing together. And of course, you're going to have overdubs. Yeah, you have chemistry, everything's happening, but you're going to have overdubs. I mean, we're going to have to overdub the solos because we don't have 5 guitar players. Right. We don't want to have 5 guitar players. You're gonna overdub the leads and you're going to overdub the final vocal and everything. But I think, capturing the guitars and the bass and the drums and the vibe of the song all at the same time is the way to do it. I mean,
we did it live, everything on "Say What You Want," but there's another song on their Home that we may have put a couple other things on, but that's another song that the vocals live. It's live.
Yeah, it was dude. A vocal.
Yeah, that song is all live. The whole band is live. The vocal is live. The lead solos are live. Everything is live when you hear that song.
The moment was more important than the sound, and we caught the moment.
Yeah.
That's what recording is about, right? It's about recording a moment in time, right? So that's
shit. Back in the damn 30s and 40s and 50s,
that's all you did.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, it was just
with pick up guitar
into a fucking hole, and it fucking wrote it on a damn album. Right. If you fucked up, you had to do the whole damn thing over.
They had to do a lot of takes to get it good, man. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why and I tell this to all the young kids, when you go in the studio, don't fucking write in the studio because money-wise, but know your shit when you go in there.
Right.
Because if you don't know your shit, you're wasting your time and fucking engineers' time and everybody's fucking time.
Hey, and I gotta tell you something else too that I think is funny because at the very beginning of this thing we were talking about, the process of recording, and now people can you can record. Anybody can really with a laptop, this, that, and the other. good friend of mine said, you know, there's good news and bad news about that. And I'm like, what? He goes, the good news is anybody can record a record. And I'm like, yeah, isn't that awesome? He goes, well, the bad news is that anybody can record a record.
Yeah, man.
No shit. I know.
So you're right. They've lost a lot of the processing and the seriousness of getting things right.
It did, and you know, I love Pro Tools. I think, what's y'all's best way? Did y'all like Pro Tools, or do y'all like analog, going straight to tape? I've done both.
Yeah, well, you know, my other job is I'm a recording engineer, and
oh God, you're a Pro Tools guy.
I don't want to piss off a bunch of people right now, so I'm just gonna. I love tape. I love tape, man. But I mean, when it comes down to it, you're still putting it on to Pro Tools at the end of the day. I mean, so at some point you have to switch. You have to go. You know, at the end of the day.
Yeah, of course you're going to dump it down, of course.
But I mean, you know, the cool thing. Here's the really cool thing about tape for me is that you have to. The band has to practice and be together. Exactly. And in order to lay it down to tape, because you've got to get it together. Because hey guys, you know, we're on tape. I got to fucking rewind it every time you guys fuck up, and you have to all be together. So tape is cool because it brings people together, and it makes you, you know, it makes you unified and rehearsed, you know.
I got a video I need to share with you because
the way to do it these days is through Pro Tools. So that's what everyone does. That's what we do, and you know what? There's a lot of things about Pro Tools that are actually fun. You can cut stuff up. There's a lot of creativity that can go with it. So it's cool, man.
It is.
It is cool, and I totally agree. But the thing about doing it to tape, not even sonically, I don't really give a shit because it's all going to Pro Tools anyway. Right. Is we got to learn our stuff and play together. Right. You know what I mean?
Be a band on this record.
Be a band. You know.
That's what we did on this. That's what we had to do on this record. We had to basically do that. We had to learn this, you know, relearn them because we just kind of demoed them up from my demos. And that's what Steve said is exactly what we had to do. It was a pain in the ass.
Yeah. And we didn't have tape. We recorded our Pro Tools to. I'm sorry. We recorded our record to Pro Tools, but we didn't have tape to worry about. But we had studio time to worry about. So
exactly.
We still got to get it together and do this. You know what I mean? So.
But I don't like the fact that you can make an album pristine, if that makes sense. I don't like that. Because you're taking away from the dynamics of fucking up.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. You're right about
seriously.
That. But if you're me, I can't get away from it just because of the style of my guitar playing. You're going to get the edge anyway. I can't get away from it, man. Pro Tools or not.
Oh, no. I'm not saying I love Pro Tools, and I use it. But you can... People go in and they say, "Oh, well, you fucked up in that thing right there." Instead of playing it over, let's cut that.
Beautiful about that
right here. You know? No, let me play it again.
Right. There's something beautiful about the mistakes. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
you don't want a lot of them, and you know what? The average listener is not going to hear it. The fan. No. You know who hears it? Fucking musicians, even if they do.
Right.
Just my 2 cents. Oh.
I agree, man. Totally.
What you got going on over there, Tommy?
Nothing. I'm just waiting. I'm getting ready to have dinner here in a minute. Just hanging out.
Okay.
That's it.
That sounds good. Well, yeah, man. Can't wait to see y'all. Definitely want to get a picture with all you guys.
Definitely, man.
And like I said, I may be at both, but I'll definitely be at the one in Franklin at JD Legends.
We appreciate your help, man, Chris.
Yeah. Well, I will definitely talk about it on my radio show, both places, and then of course the song, because I can get Myth, but I don't have.
Steve will get you Lemmy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lemmy. Okay.
And
can we? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Very cool.
Hey.
Very cool. Anything y'all want to say? Oh, you know what? need to say this. You can catch them, or you can find them on Facebook at Resist and Bite, and that's at Resist and Bite. Is anything else with that?
Band.
Okay.
Band.
Resist and Bite band. Let me ask. I do got another question. Where'd the name come from?
Oh,
Well, they didn't.
we're metalheads.
The guys didn't really want to call it that, and I kept really pining for it. But I first heard it from a friend of mine that turned me on to that band Sabaton, and they had a song called Resist and Bite. And that's where I first heard it, and that's where I got it from. But it actually has like some cool meaning behind it too. But I just love the way it sounded.
They were Belgian brigades during World War II that would blow up bridges that would prevent the Nazis or anybody else from getting to or from anywhere. They were freaking awesome. They were like
basically the resistance is what they were, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's cool. I love it.
I wasn't sure if it was a sexual innuendo.
Right. But that's what I like about it, is because it could be whatever. It could be a lot of different things. And I thought of that in the beginning too, and that's why I liked it.
Yeah, an animalistic type thing.
Yeah.
Hey,
I love it.
Fucking dog will rip your damn arm off.
There you go.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. I dig it. So, okay. All right. Well, you can check them out on Facebook. What do you have on YouTube? You'll have a station?
It's Resist and Bite Band on YouTube as well. Yeah.
Band. Okay. Very cool. Anywhere else y'all are? You said you had a website.
Resistandbite.com.
Okay. Resistandbite.com.
It's not really up and running, but I mean, yeah, you can go there, I think, right, Steve? Is it up?
Yeah. It's up. Yep. We got all our stuff there too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't ever go there. I don't know.
Facebook is the best place to check us out, though.
Yeah.
I call it.
One life and I'm living it, sick of the shame that I'm going through. The other
my brownies.
Hey man, nice house.
Oh, thanks a lot.